for coming to see the hard work that these third graders have put in. These 5 third grade classes have worked very hard researching each branch of the military and learning songs to honor our veterans. They're so excited to share what they have learned. Can we give a big round of applause for each of our third grade teachers? Ms. Chaparrod and Ms. Dyke and Ms. Grant and Ms. Jarvis. They have worked really hard to help put this together, so thank you to them. Veterans, we're here today to honor you. We're so grateful for the time that you sacrificed to serve our country. Thank you. There will be a short reception in the cafeteria after this program for the veterans and their families. You will exit out those doors where there is also an honor wall with photos of veterans from families at Cassidy that we would love for you to visit. There's also a backdrop on the right of the stage here for you to take photos by if you would like. Now, without further ado, here are Erica Sanford and Wyatt Schmidt.
Welcome, Cassidy family and honored veterans to our Veterans Day program. Veterans, we are so glad you were able to join us today. Cassidy students, both here and watching the live stream, we hope you will learn a lot today as we pay tribute to all who have served or are currently serving our country. We celebrate Veterans Day on November 11th every year. Here are our third grade classes with a song about that day. Thank you for that beautiful welcome. Now would everyone please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance and our national anthem. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America. That was lovely, everyone. Today you will be hearing facts about each branch of the armed forces from our third grade classes. Let's welcome representatives from Miss Chap's class to teach us about the Coast Guard.
The Coast Guard is the nation's oldest continuous seagoing service. It is the smallest branch of the military. It is an organization that helps people at sea.
One of the Coast Guard's responsibilities is to save people who are in an emergency while at sea.
They also join with the Navy during war. Sometimes they will work together to train other countries' Coast Guards.
The Coast Guard has about 42,000 women and men serving in the military right now. The Coast Guard was the first of all armed force. Thank you, Ms. Chap's class. Now we have representatives from Ms. Dykes' class to teach us about our United Marine Corps. Rapid reaction force. They're trained to fight on the seas and land. The Marine Corps is part of the Navy. The Marine Corps operates on-board warfare ships around the world. The Marines are responsible for delivering task forces on land, at sea, and in the air. The Marines work closely with the Army, Navy, and Air Force. The U.S. Marines are deployed around the world in an effort to win battles swiftly and aggressively in times of crisis. Both globe and anchor are symbols of pride to the Marine Corps.
The Marines' motto is simplify, meaning always faithful.
The Marines have a reputation as being among the fiercest and best trained troops in the world. Wow, we have a pretty amazing military. Thank you, Ms. Dykes' class. Now let's listen as our third graders sing Proud of Our Veterans. That was beautiful. Let's welcome representatives from Miss Grant's class to teach us about our United States Air Force. The Air Force is a part of the military that flights using aircraft, as including fighter planes and bombers. The Air Force is also responsible for military satellites in space. The Air Force is responsible for air warfare, air defense, and the development of military space research.
The Air Force also has a responsibility to coordinate and provide air services to the other military branches.
The Air Force used to be a part of the Army. They became their own branch on September 18, 1947. The Air Force provides transportation for the President of the United States. The United States Air Force has a group called the Thunderbirds. They perform at air shows and flyovers across the nation. Thank you. The Air Force sounds like they do a lot of work to protect us. Now let's welcome representatives from Ms. Jarvis' class to teach us about the United States Army.
The Army is the largest branch of the military. The Army's job is to fight on land to protect our country. The National Guard, Army Rangers, and Special Forces are groups within the Army.
The Army is responsible for defending their country from enemy attacks. The Army is stationed all around the world and is trained to preserve peace.
The Army is highly skilled and uses tanks and weapons to protect.
Fun fact, the Army is the largest and the oldest branch of the United States military. 24 United States presidents served in the Army. The Army owns more than 15 million acres of land across the United States. That was great. For our final branch of the military, please welcome representatives from Ms. Jackson's class to teach us about the United States Navy. The Navy is a branch of our country's armed forces that fights under or over the sea. It includes warships and craft of every kind used for fighting on, under, or over the sea.
The Navy is responsible for maintaining naval bases and ports.
It protects its country and their allies as they carry an ocean trade. Collecting information and intelligence through special missions.
The United States has the world's largest and most powerful navy.
The U.S. Navy's official motto is Semper Fortis, which means always courageous. Most navies keep a fleet or group of ships that are specifically built for certain types of work. We would like to honor all the veterans in attendance today. Our third graders are now going to sing an Armed Forces medley, and we ask that the veterans stand when you hear the song representing your branch. Thank you, everyone, for joining us today. We hope you have learned the importance of Veterans Day and why we take time today and every day to thank the members of our military. Veterans, we would like you to invite you to a reception in the cafeteria along with the student who invited you today.
The third grade teachers would also like to extend a huge thank you to Ms. Bomer for putting in all the hard work to make this happen.